In 2008, the country was really starting to head into recession. The smaller businesses often felt that their ideas just weren't worthy of support. And this situation was much worse in some of our deprived areas, like Cornwall and the Isles of Scilly. Many people were simply excluded from mainstream support.
I had quite a good job. To have that sort of crumble beneath you, it makes you feel like there's a lack of purpose in getting up each day.
I couldn't find gainful employment in Cornwall that allowed me to work around my disabilities.
It felt like I was just in a boat at sea on my own.
I needed pushing through some fear barriers that I had.
There was no start-up support that was specifically tailored to be really inclusive to everyone. And then Outset was born. Outset as in, we're with you from the very beginning of your journey.
Outset was set up to support underrepresented groups in enterprise to register self-employed or start a business. The programme offers an opportunity for individuals to explore their different business ideas and whether their skills and experience make them suitable to run their own business. Many of the clients, when they join the programme, think that their business idea is sort of a dream idea, but actually the advisors and that peer group that they build throughout the programme helps build their confidence and their knowledge. Those sessions actually help break down a lot of the self-perceived barriers that the clients have, a lot to do with whether they can do it or not.
I was totally at sea, and Outset gave me a way, a path, so that I could literally just march down that road to the place that I wanted to be.
Starting your own business can be really exciting, and it can be daunting too. And it can be particularly challenging if you're facing additional barriers.
I set up Stitch by Steve to deliver an embroidery service with a minimum order of 1. The Outset programme enabled me to do most things that I needed to do related to my business. I needed all of those business skills, and I think I've done nearly all of Outset's courses.
Outset's unique because it focuses on building the person as well as building the business idea. People suffering from different challenges often lack self-confidence, self-esteem and resilience. So it's really important that through the Outset service, we foster that confidence and motivation to start their own business.
In a nutshell, Pause for Cake creates handmade, quality dog biscuits. The Outset programmes were broken down into small chunks, and they could be things as basic as time management, stress management, self-confidence, of which I didn't really have a lot of at the time. It was just a really nice sort of social occasion as well, so I learnt a lot. We sell in shops throughout Cornwall and all over the country, right up top of Scotland and as far as Massachusetts.
My company is called Sequoia. It's an HR consultancy. The smallest business that we have has only got 1 employee, and the biggest business that we have has got about an £800 million turnover. There are 6 of us, 3 lawyers, 2 support staff. We are growing all the time. I decided to approach Outset because I had all the legal knowledge, but I didn't necessarily have much of the technical knowledge of how to intricately run a business. And being able to just give Outset a very quick call and say, look, this is what I'm looking for, can someone help me? And have someone pop out to see me was absolutely invaluable.
It was intended that we support 839 individuals, but in fact we actually helped more than 2,000 people explore whether starting a business or registering self-employed was right for them. So when you step back and think about the wider impacts these entrepreneurs have generated once you look at their supply chains, I think it's incredibly inspiring.
We're a wholesale bakery. We supply some of the nicest kitchens in Cornwall. Yeah, we send vans out all over the county first thing every morning after we've been up all night baking it fresh. I went to Outset and I did their intensive business startup program. They sort of convinced me that it would be a good idea to find a premises and get a little bit of kit and, you know, just take the risk. They showed us what helped you to do what you were good at and what was a good idea to hand over to other people. We're up to 18 staff now and bursting out the seams of our second premises. I'm incredibly proud. It's a beautiful thing. We've grown and, you know, the team's grown with us and they're all good guys, you know, it's a lovely feeling. We're very lucky.
I became a vegan, but I really missed ice cream, so I started making ice cream for myself. And then there was this underlying factor of I really wanted to start my own business. And I said, right, if I don't do it now, I'm never going to do it, so let's just go for it. Anyone wanting to start their own business needs to have the motivation and desire and belief in their idea, but to have a resource like Outset then available to you to offer you guidance and offer you support and ask the questions that, say, you don't know you need to ask or help you look at things differently, it makes such a difference, unquantifiable really.
I'm immensely proud of our Outset team.
It's a great team. Always there, always on the end of the phone, always available, always supportive and willing and enthusiastic and ready to answer the phone, take any questions. They were brilliant. They seemed to be set up for what I needed.
There are so many things to be proud of when it comes to talking about Outset. The programme's been recognised both nationally and in Europe, a fact that all those involved can understandably feel a great sense of achievement for.
The team at Outset were the absolute strength. That kind of support is something that I never imagined that anybody could give.
You felt supported by both the Outset staff and the other people on the courses, so it was really quite critical really in the early stages of a business.
Along Outset's own journey, we also set up Outset Finance to help new entrepreneurs receive the startup funding they need to sustain and grow their business. So far, Outset Finance has secured over £15 million to help new entrepreneurs succeed in their business ventures.
Outset Cornwall has offered nearly 10 years of unique startup support.
A social, financial and economic return of over 27 million for the Cornish economy.
Over 1,000 jobs created.
That's around 50% higher than our original target.
More than 2,000 people helped to explore self-employment.
That's an incredible 150% increase on our original target.
I know that I am one of many, many businesses that really wouldn't have the shape that we have today if it wasn't for them.
It gives a great sense of purpose to those of us that work in the team to know that the programme has been such a significant catalyst to have such fundamental positive change in the lives of so many different individuals.
We've seen some amazing examples of how people have overcome adversity and the power of the human spirit, and I really wish all of our clients the very best for the future.